Welcome, everyone. I am Miss Kupka. I am a private English teacher. And today I'm going to be reading the fourth chapter of a light novel. The other three chapters are in the channel if you want to catch up. And I will stream and then post, of course. So let's go. The name. Wait. Okay. So we are in Book 1, Chapter 4, Growth, Part 1. Let's go. Let's have a try. The spring wind came, turning green the poplar trees near the empty space outside of Washan Town. On the empty ground, a group of youths were ardently training. Almost a year had passed since the dragon blood test, and Lily was 8 years old now. Over the course of this period of time, Hillman clearly saw that Lily had only become even harder working. Well done, Lily. Hold it, Hillman encouraged from the side. Right now, Lindley was only wearing trousers. His upper body was covered with sweat, and his body as taut as a drawn bowstring was lying on the ground. His hands were pressed fiercely to the ground, as straight as tree trunks, while the rest of his body was motionless. Okay, he was supporting himself from a push-up position with his hands and the tips of his toes. His entire body was taut. The static tension training exercise, a very simple yet very effective training exercise. If a person could reach the level of being able to maintain this pose for an hour, then his body would no longer fear ordinary swords or sabers. Drip, drip. Beads of sweat rolled down from Lindley's forehead. The sweat entered Lindley's left eye, and he couldn't help but wince at the pain. Lee is really amazing, just 8 years old, but he's able to match the 13-year-olds in doing the static tension exercise. Some of the children who had already given up were sprawled on the ground, chatting as they watched Lindley. Lee, keep it up for the rest of us. Beat those 13-year-olds. The golden-haired Hadley shouted from the side. Yeah, keep it up, Lee. The other children started to chant as well. Lindley was on extremely good terms with the other kids. Although Lindley was a child of a noble house, he was extremely kind to the children of commoners and often helped them train as well. Gotta hold it, Lindley constantly said to himself. In the back of Lindley's mind, the words his father said a year ago constantly echoed. Lindley, we are the family of the Dragon Blood Warriors. As a member of the Dragon Blood Warriors clan, you have an advantage, but also a disadvantage. The advantage is, even though the density of dragon blood in your veins hasn't reached a sufficient level, your body will still be much stronger than those of most ordinary people. It might be very difficult for others to become a warrior of the 6th rank through training alone, but for you, it will be somewhat easier. However, your disadvantage is this. The descendants of the Dragon Blood clan are not able to train battle ki according to normal manuals. This is because the blood in our veins is only suited to the training method inside the secret Dragon Blood manual. It conflicts with all other types of battle ki cultivation methods. Unfortunately, only those who have reached a certain density of dragon blood are able to practice using the methods within the secret Dragon Blood manual. Therefore, you will not be able to cultivate battle ki at all. Also, though, in theory, anyone training the body can reach the 6th rank. That's just in theory. In practice, the number of people who accomplish this is very low, but for us, it is different. Even if the amount of dragon blood in our veins is low, our starting level will be higher than others. Just from training alone, we can become warriors of the 6th rank. Your great grandfather, based on training alone, managed to become a warrior of the 7th rank. Wow. Lindley remembered his father's words very clearly. Lindley growled to himself. I'm stronger than everyone else now, only because of the dragon blood in my veins. But since I can't practice battle key, my only options are to work hard and to work harder. Since great-grandfather was able to become a warrior of the 7th rank, then I shall become a warrior of the 8th rank, or even the 9th rank. Nothing is impossible. A warrior of the 8th rank, a warrior of the 9th rank could be considered the most powerful expert in the entire country of Fenlai. A warrior of the 8th rank, although unable to restore the Baruch family to its former glories, would be able to dramatically improve its current situation. Got a hold. Lindley gritted his teeth. By this point, his muscles felt like they were being chewed on by countless ants. His entire body was quivering, and every single muscle on his entire body trembled. Every single trembling muscle could be seen visibly. After a long time, in the end, thud. Lindley, exhausted, collapsed to the ground. That feels wonderful. Flat on the floor, his entire body relaxed. Lindley could clearly feel how numb his entire body was. All the muscles on his body, after undergoing that training, were slowly growing. Although the growth wouldn't be noticeable from just 1 or 2 exercises after a long period of time, the effects would be pronounced. Hillman, off to the side, nodded with satisfaction. And then Hillman's face grew cold as he turned to look at the 14 and 15-year-olds. All of you had better hold on. Lindley's only 8 years old, while all of you are almost adults. Don't let an 8-year-old get the better of you. Oh God. Competition. After morning exercises ended, Lindley bid farewell to his group of friends and went towards the Baruch clan manor. If a stranger had seen him, the 8-year-old Lindley surely would have been assumed to be 11 or 12 years old and not just a mere child of 8. The descendants of Baruch truly were different from other men. Big brother, upon seeing Lindley, the healthy-looking Wharton rushed over. That's enough, Wharton. My entire body is covered with sweat. Let me wash myself first. Lindley patted Wharton on the face and laughed. Wharton humphed. I know that as soon as you wash up, you'll go take lessons from father. As a member of a noble house, Lindley's education began from a young age. The 5,000-year-old Baruch clan was even stricter regarding educational matters than even in the royal families of most kingdoms were. Enough, Wharton. I'll play with you around noon, Lindley laughed. Wharton was only a child, while Lindley was much more mature. After washing up and changing into some fresh clothes, Lindley entered the study. At this moment, his father, Hog Baruch, was sitting in the front of a desk, his back ramrod straight. In front of Hog were 3 thick tomes. Tomes? Father, Lindley respectfully bowed. Hog coldly nodded, and Lindley quickly walked next to him. Yesterday, I explained the history of the countries of the Yulon continent to you. Repeat it back to me, Hog said coldly. This was the real Hog. Instances like the time when he was holding the crying Lindley in his arms was extremely rare. Normally, Hog's attitude towards Lindley could be summarized in one word: strict. In all things, Hog strove for perfection. He wouldn't let Lindley get away with any mistakes. Yes, father, Lindley said calmly. In the Yulon continent, there are 3 dangerous areas. The number 1 mountain range, the mountain range of magical beasts. The second mountain range, the mountain range of the setting sun. And the number 1 forest, the forest of darkness. The space these three dangerous regions take up is incomparably large. The mountain range of magical beasts runs across the entire continent from north to south, covering over 10,000 kilometers. Within it are countless magical beasts, including saint-level beasts which have the power to destroy the heavens and ravage the earth. Because of the mountain range of magical beasts, the Yuan continent has been divided into different regions. West of the mountain range of magical beasts, there are 12 kingdoms and 32 duchies. Fine, I'm going to look it up. Duchies, or duchy. It's not going to be duchies. Duchies, pronunciation. It's duchies. Okay. So 32 duchies. Within these kingdoms and dukedoms, there are two major divisions. The first is the Holy Union, with the kingdom of Fenlai being the principal kingdom. The second is the Dark Alliance, with the kingdom of Heishi being the principal kingdom. These two alliances are opposed to each other and constantly battle because one is controlled by the Radiant Church, while the other belongs to the Cult of Shadows. East of the mountain range of magical beasts, there are 4 empires, 6 major kingdoms, and countless duchies. Duchies? Oh god. It's duchies. I keep saying duchies. Duchies. These 4 empires are enormous and are not influenced by the Holy Union or the Dark Alliance. In these 4 empires, the rule of the emperors is absolute. Any of the 4 empires are comparable to the Holy Union. The 4 empires are the Central Yuan Empire, the Southeastern Rhine Empire, the Eastern Rohalt Empire, and the Northern O'Brien Empire. After having said all this at one go, Lindley let himself relax slightly. Just this? Hogg frowned. Lindley was about to immediately continue, but Hogg cut him off. Let me ask you, within our Holy Union, how many kingdoms and duchies are there? Within our Holy Union, there are 6 kingdoms and 7... Lindley suddenly frowned. How many duchies were there? Duchies, right? Yes, duchies were there in the Holy Union. Lindley's memory was a bit hazy. He wasn't sure if it was 15 or if it was 17. He couldn't be sure. His face cold and harsh. Hogg pulled out a wooden stick, and Lindley obediently stuck his hand out. His eyes narrowing. With a whap sound, Hogg whacked Lindley's hand with the stick. A red line immediately appeared on Lindley's hand, but Lindley could only clench his teeth, not making a sound. Lindley, you must remember, we are currently living within the Holy Union. You must know everything about the Holy Union. Hogg coldly looked at his son. In the entire Yuan continent, the most important entities are the 4 empires and the 2 alliances. Lindley nodded. Although his father's words were simple, Lindley clearly understood the deeper meaning. At the far northern end, the Holy Union shares a border with the O'Brien Empire, while at the southern end, the Dark Alliance intersects with the Yuan Empire. Under the guidance of the Radiant Church, the unity of our Holy Union isn't one whit inferior to that of the empires. Listening to his father's words, Lindley agreed. Yesterday, he had read many books. Clearly, the Holy Union can be considered the cultural center for the entire Yuan continent. At the same time, in terms of economic strength, it was on par with the Yuan Empire, making the 2 of them the most economically powerful entities in the world. In addition, it had the support of the Radiant Church. The Holy Union truly was very formidable. Oh God, I think it's formidable. Today we will study art, Hogg said coldly. As a descendant of a noble family, you must have a thorough understanding and appreciation of art. Art is what gives noblemen an aura of gravitas. Hogg pulled out a large tome as thick as a fist, immediately opening it. In the year 3578 of the Yulon calendar, the Grand Master stone sculptor Prolx was born. Off to the side, Hogg solemnly taught while Lily strove hard to memorize. He wanted to meet his father's requirements. End of chapter 4. Thank you very much, guys. Follow me. Watch the other videos, and I will see you in chapter 5.